Hello and welcome back to another week of us, how do I do this? Of us discussing the Traitors in general, / the Traitors Celebrity UK.
Yeah.
Which is different from the Traitors US, which is also Celebrity.
Yeah.
But we're a different calibre here in the UK.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have Bravo as a channel for one, so we can't just delve into that cesspit of Celebrity and find 24 people willing to take a paycheck to
we could
play a game. We probably could, actually, to be fair, but
I don't know how good they're going to be.
I'm sorry, I feel like I'm on the off already, and I've already had a go at American Celebrity about their TV. You know, I don't mean to be mean. I swear I don't mean to be mean. But yes, as you quite rightly put it, this is a special Faithful to the Traitors episode where we're discussing who has been rumoured to go on the UK version of Celebrity Traitors and who we would like to see in the UK version Celebrity Traitors. We also have some comments from you, listeners and watchers of the podcast, which we'll read out at the end. And it's just going to be, there's no kind of like structure. Not that our podcast has a structure, but
what's new?
It's going to be kind of just like a free balling, kind of like, you know, crazy kind of flying the flag, seeing what, catches on. What's those business speaks they have? Let's touch base later. You know, all that kind of ball that they like to go on about. We're doing the
producer's job, basically, for the Traitors UK, because
basically,
we need to know what's good, what's not, what we want, what we don't want.
I mean, the BBC know probably already who's going to be on the first series, but no doubt a second series will be made. So they'll look back on this and they'll say, they're not bad ideas, actually. We may pick you up on
they're
those.
In budget.
And they're, to be fair, my in anyway, are budget-wise, I reckon, are capable to, retrievable to get into the show.
And we've also got ones who we kind of want to be in the show as well as the predicted rumours. Yeah, we've got all, so it's all good.
Everything we've said are the ones that we would like to see on the show. But we're going to start off with who has been rejected. But before I do any of that, first of all, I should say that if you want to get in touch with us with any
before
of
you
your
do
views,
that, hi, I'm Ben and I am Faithful.
Hello, I'm Alex. I'm also Faithful. Thank you. Welcome to the podcast. If you'd like to get in touch with us, email us, faithfultothetraitors@gmail.com. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe and ring the bell. You can find us by searching Faithful to the Traitors podcast. You can find us on any of your favourite podcast apps. Spotify, you can also watch us on video, or Apple Podcasts, just search Faithful to the Traitors podcast. You can find us on X @Traitors podcast. You can find us on Insta @Faithful to the Traitors. And if you like listening to the podcast and you've been following our insane journey for the last 3 years, go to buymeacoffee.com/faithful and you can help reward us by giving us a gold or silver bar along the way.
Lovely.
So here we go. So shall I start with these have confirmed. This information is from the Huffington Post.
Is this your fact file?
This is my fact file. This is officially from the Huffington Post.
Wait. Oh. What's your name and where do you come from?
HuffingtonPost.co.uk is their website, and this is where I've got the information from. There are other websites available with perhaps other different names on there, but collectively this seems to be the general names that have been thrown out there. Now,
so these are like confirmed but not confirmed?
These are names that have confirmed that they've turned it down.
Oh.
So they were asked and they said, not for me, thank you very much.
What if they're a traitor though and they're lying?
Well, this is it, because someone did say that... some of these people would... Who was it? Who they I think... Well, anyway, these are the names. So Liam Gallagher has officially said he turned it down. From Oasis.
Oh dear.
He said, quote, I don't do Celebrity. Lorraine Kelly.
What, she turned it down?
She has said that she turned it down. They asked her.
That's stupid.
She said she was flattered.
Why would you not do it?
It's Lorraine Kelly. She's got a personality and a persona to keep up. And I think that a show like The Traitors might damage that a little bit. She had a bit of a moment, didn't she, when they found out that she wrote off tax because she said that she was acting on her show. As Lorraine Kelly.
She'd be good for a traitor then.
Well, this is the point, isn't it? So really, she could act as a Faithful. So Lorraine Kelly, you missed a chance there. She has done...
That surprises me.
Well, she has form because she had done The Masked Singer last year as well. So it's not like she's a stranger to these celebrity shows.
What about people listening to this podcast who aren't British like us? Who is Lorraine Kelly?
Lorraine Kelly is... Everyone knows who Liam Gallagher is. But Lorraine Kelly is a daytime TV personality that has been doing breakfast television for near on since the dawn of time. So she's very well liked and respected, but she's also...
she has a daily morning show.
She's kind of just... Yeah, and she's kind of tried to branch out recently.
She loves the gays.
She does like the gays. She doesn't like Trump. She's been very vocal, and she doesn't like the Tories. She's been very vocal about that too. So Apart from that, she's a bit of a tax dodger. She's fine. And she has apologized. Did she apologise for it? Or has she never... and she was good friends with Dan Wootton for a little time, which was a real big...
We don't know if
blip
he
in
just held something over her. We're not sure. There was that weird photo on her Instagram once when she went out for dinner with him, and it looked like a hostage situation with him and her and her husband, and it was like, what's happening?
But he used to do...
Is Dan Wootton rumoured?
Dan Wootton is not rumoured, and do you know what? He's not even on my list, and do you know what? That's a possibility. He's someone I could imagine doing
BBC
it.
would not.
The BBC wouldn't, but I think if it had been on another channel, he probably would have been asked, like GB News.
God.
GB News had asked. Karen Brady from The Apprentice UK. She turned it down.
Baroness Brady. She turned it down. Why?
I don't have a quote.
Too
for her.
busy.
Yeah,
playing
probably.
football.
Looking after a football team.
That's funny because I've got someone from The Apprentice on my list. That's
have you? Is it who I think it might be?
I don't know.
Has she done Celebrity Big Brother before?
Who said it's a she?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
No.
Okay, so it's
Who
not.
are you thinking of?
Oh, that really awful woman. Kate.
Which one? Oh, Kate Hopkins.
Yeah,
No.
Katie Hopkins.
This is the BBC.
This is the BBC.
Exactly. I'm not having riffraff on my lot of traitors.
If I've got riffraff. And Ricky Gervais apparently got asked. He said he was too busy and there was no way they could afford him.
Good. Don't want him on there anyway.
He has also been... He's openly said he turned down the opportunity. That surprised me.
Ekin-Su, she said no.
Ekin-Boo is still in the air. We don't know quite whether
she could be in Scotland.
She could be the first ever celebrity to do it twice, other than Kate in the Americans. She was the first one to do the transatlantic.
International, you see.
International version.
In the same location.
Yeah. Two people who were going to do it, but then because of a conflict of work, they had to say no to it, was Charlie and Daisy May Cooper. Now, people in the UK will know who they are from This Country, which is a comedy series in the UK, which was hugely popular. Kerry and Curtin. But that's quite a big deal because they're really well liked. They're really well loved in the UK.
They would have been really funny on there.
They're a funny comedian duo. They're brother and sister, you see. That's why they've got the same surname. It's just not a coincidence.
Yeah, I did know about that because the BBC are in a panic trying to find a new couple who are like a family cut, like a but Ross's type thing.
That's right.
They're
Ross
trying
and
to find
Diane.
people who are related.
They wanted that dynamic, which is where we go into the rumor side of things, because it came out that Charlie and Daisy May Cooper had declined it. The rumor is, as you say, they were looking for the new Diane and Ross, family members together, or the Red Breakfast when it was the couple.
And can't remember their names.
And
Alex and someone.
Oh, I can't remember. He was a magician, wasn't he?
Yeah, Alex.
He was sweet because we took the mick out of him and he messaged us and said, "Hi, I'm Alex."
I can't remember his name, but yeah.
So there are two family couplings that are rumoured to be going in. Presumably it'll be one or the other if it's true.
Who are they? You're edging us all.
I like to edge. Tess Daly and Vernon Kay. Oh my God, please no. I don't think Tess Daly would do it because she's a bit like Lorraine Kelly.
Claudia's presenting, so...
And that would be a bit weird too. But Tess Daly has a persona that she perceives on television. And there's rumours in the background that Tess Daly isn't the persona she shows on television behind the scenes.
What a robot, cold-hearted person. She's not that behind the scenes.
No, she's worse. And that's the problem.
Tess Daly presents... Dancing
Strictly
with the Stars.
Come Dancing in the UK with Claudia Winkleman, who hopefully hosts. So
Dancing with the Stars type thing.
And then Vernon Kay, who's her husband, is a radio presenter on BBC Radio 2.
Very tall. He did I'm So to Get Me Out of Here.
He got taken the piss out of because he did a reality show called Splash. You had that in the US, by the way, if you're watching this from the US, where people had to dive off diving boards and then get scored for it.
That was during the Olympics.
And when he was doing I'm a Celebrity, I forget who it was. It was the woman from Coronation Street. And she said
sue someone,
and she said it was a piece of crap, forgetting that he was the one who hosted it, and he said that paid for my mortgage, that did. but that was a low time for Vernon Kay, but he's now back on top doing Radio 2 and
Tess might do
Charity.
it for him, maybe.
Well, they've both said they've been
exposing for her.
They said they've been approached, and they said no, but again, who knows? Another ones who said that they said it wasn't for them was Andy and Judy Murray.
Good.
Andy, again, I'm not really that upset about that.
Judy Murray's a transphobe, so bye.
Oh, there you go. I didn't know that.
She can go.
Well, she can piss off then. And
Andy Murray's boring. Well, they're both boring, so no, I don't want them.
Andy Murray is the tennis star, of course, and he won Wimbledon.
Did Judy do Strictly?
She did do
And she was
Strictly.
really boring on that, and I think she did Bake
She
Off
also
because
hated
was-
doing it,
yeah.
but she stayed on just because of the paycheck.
money. Yeah.
Yeah, but you could tell the whole time she didn't want
I'm
to
not
be
upset by any of these apart from Carrying Curtain so far.
Right, so do you want to hear the rest of the rumoured celebrities
Yes.
out there then? Right, so first off, and this is the one that's been banded around everywhere, and if you've not heard this, then I'm shocked, and why are you listening to this podcast? You might as well just find a box and put your head in it and, like an ostrich, bury yourself away for the day. Stephen Fry. Stephen Fry.
He was like the first name mentioned, wasn't
Yes. He said to Lorraine Kelly on her show when she brought it up to him
he?
that I regard it not as a reality TV show, but as a game. Should I be asked, who knows what I'd say? So I think that's a
very
strong
cagey.
hint that Stephen Fry might say yes to it.
Yeah, I can see him being quite good.
I'd
on
like
the
to see
Traitors.
Stephen Fry in it. I really would.
I mean, there's dodgy things that he said recently, but everyone. The trouble is with social media now is that every single celebrity says something dodgy,
Yes.
and then it's just all over. But
Well, they're
What can you
cancelled.
do?
That's the term cancelled is originated from people being silly on social media. many a person has done that.
but I mean,
probably including us. To be
yeah,
fair.
I can see Stephen Fry being quite good on the Traitors, though. If we
he'd be
if
great
we
on the
use our
Traitors.
mantra of we judge them just on the Traitors and not
Yes.
what they've done at the show, he'd be good. Judy Murray still would be crap.
Well, I mean, Judy Murray wouldn't partake in it.
No,
She'd
so-
just sit in the side being broody and angry the whole time. She'd be like Kate in the American version. She's there just for the paycheck. And I don't think Andy Murray would do something like the Traitors. No. But Stephen Fry, 100%, I could see him doing it. I could see him enjoying it as well. Would you want... I'll ask us for all of them. Traitor or faithful?
Faithful, because people expect him to be a traitor.
See, I think it'd be the other way around. I think everyone expects him to be a faithful, a strong faithful. So I'd want him to be a traitor. Next name,
Yes.
Bob Mortimer. He's a comedian in the UK. He said to the Mirror, definitely count me in. I'd love to do it.
Yeah, some cheap booking then.
No,
That's a
no,
mistake.
no. Don't
And once
start
you
this with
say
Bob Mortimer.
once you say you want to do it, they won't offer you a high amount.
True, but I
That's
love
why
Bob
Lorraine
Mortimer.
Kelly said no. You see.
Yeah, that's right.
She's probably said yes now.
Can I make that a tax write-off? Bob Mortimer is one of my favourite comedians of all time with Vic Reeves. And I would love to see him on that show. He was funny in Taskmaster. And he's funny in the fishing show that I love watching with Paul Whitehouse, Gone Fishing with Paul Whitehouse. Would I Lie to You? He's funny on that. He's on Would I Lie to You? He's good at turning a tale. He's good at like making stories up.
Yeah, he's the one that David Mitchell can never work out.
Yes,
Isn't he? Yeah.
because his stories are so mad they're almost convincing, and this is why I think Bob Mortimer would make a really good. He'd be like the one that's a really bad faithful. So I'd want him to be a faithful, but he'd be really bad at it. But he'd be in the game like to the very end, a bit like Alexander in the third series of the UK Traitors. He'd be really bad at it, but you'd want to see him to the very end because he'd just be great to watch. So I hope Bob Mortimer is
Got to
real.
congratulate Alexander. He's got his first gig.
Yes, on Classic FM.
Classic FM, very posh.
Yes.
Right up his alley.
So they say. Right up his Alex, some might say. Paloma Faith is the next name. You've not been... I can tell,
see
but by
that.
none of these names you've been very pleased with the
I have.
hearing them.
With Stephen Fry's for good.
Yeah, what about Paloma Faith then?
Yeah, she's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. She's a bit wild, like unhinged. I don't know. Faithful, clearly.
Yes. No.
You can't have everyone as a traitor.
I haven't. I said I want Bob Mortimer as a faithful.
Okay, well, no,
Paloma-
she would be faithful because she'd be really confused and sporadic and...
No,
she
that's
would
why
be faithful.
That's why she'd be a really good traitor. She'd be like, who was the last American?
Carolyn.
Yes, she'd be like Carolyn in the American Traitors.
Uh-uh.
That's what our Paloma would
No,
be.
the producers are shaking their heads.
So that's why I would want to see Paloma Faith on there. This one you'll like, Alan Carr. Alan Carr
He's on
is-
my list.
Oh, there you go. Alan Carr is rumoured to be doing it. The Sun said that he's actually entered final talks.
Good. He does loads on BBC, so that makes sense.
He does a lot on everything, to be fair. He's got shows in, I think, on every channel now, bar Channel 5. Or 5, as we now call it.
Alan Carr's a faithful on my list, by the way.
Faithful too. I think if he became a traitor, it would be too much for him, and I think
give it
he'd just
away.
be
He wouldn't be able to do
overwhelmed.
it.
Yeah,
No.
completely overwhelmed by it. This one is because this person is a friend of Claudia Winkleman, and apparently they begged Claudia to let them be on the show, and that is Courtney Cox.
Oh, yes.
What an interesting one that would
That's
be.
the first ever one. It was Courtney Cox and Stephen Fry were the first two names.
Right.
Like, a year ago, yeah. Because she's friends with
Claudia Winkleman.
So I don't know. Do you think she
I think she'd be really good.
would be good? But
I'd
I
like
wonder
to
if they
see-
have got her or not.
I'd like to see an American on there because I don't like...
But not a gamer.
Don't start with this game of nonsense.
That's what I mean.
But I think Courtney Cox would be... She'd be... Sometimes it's good to have like an American personality on a British show because they kind of just... They don't turn up to 11 like an American reality show, but they do turn up a little bit, so it gets a little bit more conflicty and a bit more interesting.
Plus, it's like quite high
It's a good
caliber booking. So
it's an
like
incredible booking.
for series 2, people would be like, "Oh, Courtney Cox did it. Okay, I will."
And I think she's affordable if we're going to talk about cost because she is a friend of Claudia Winkleman's. And she said, quote, begged her to be on the show. And as you said, if you say something like that, well, a bag of chips and a taxi to the airport.
A week in Scotland, it's all fun.
Yeah, well, no, the summers in Scotland aren't. This year, though, we're very hopeful. It's been sunny all spring so far. It's been lovely. They should film it now quickly. This isn't on my list, but someone you said is rumoured to have gone away and done it, but I don't think that's the case now because they said they haven't filmed it yet.
No, yeah, James O'Brien.
James O'Brien. He would be brilliant. He's a radio personality.
He's also on my list
Oh, okay. We'll talk about him in a moment then. So Claire Boulding.
as a traitor.
Okay. Courtney Cox, traitor or traitor for me.
Yeah, BBC will probably give her traitor just so she stays in.
Yeah, that's
Do you
true.
not think they'll be doing a bit of that? A bit like the high ones make them a traitor so they're in more episodes?
As I like to call it, the Pamela Anderson effect, when ITV paid her £1 million to do Dancing on Ice and then got ejected in the first week. And poor ITV were like licking their wounds for years
Noel
over that one.
Fielding on Celebrity Out of It, they paid him like $1.5 million. He went on the first.
No
first
Edmonds.
chance.
No Edmonds.
Yeah.
No
Who did I
Fielding.
say?
No Fielding.
He's not. Oh, yes. Yeah.
No Fielding's a comedian.
He'd be good on traitors.
No Edmonds is on my list, by the way.
Oh.
There you go. We'll talk about him in a minute. Claire Boulding is also there. I mean,
No, I'm bored of her. She just does too much.
I think she'd be good on it.
Yeah, but
and
I
I think
just don't
she's a guaranteed booking. I think Claire Boulding is a guarantee. I 100% believe that. Richard Osman, I think he'd be great at the gameplay.
He said on his podcast he would, but he's not been approached. But you don't know if that's true or not.
Well, he said that he knows the producer and he's on the top of their wish list. That's what he said.
Stupid to say no. Just say yes.
He would be good on it.
Have you been approached?
Me, I turned it down.
Do the American
I want more
one.
money.
Yeah, do the American one.
I got in touch with Claudia and I said, more money, please, Claude. A bag of chips and a ride to the airport is not enough. Jennifer Saunders is rumoured.
She's on my list as well.
Is she really? She is rumoured.
God, my list has been whittled away, isn't it? That's 3 so far.
Apparently, the producers wanted more than one comedian on the show just to kind of balance the series.
Who's the other comedian?
Well, Alan Carr, Bob Mortimer, Stephen Fry was a comedian.
Okay, fine. Keep going.
Traitor or Faithful? I think Faithful.
She's
she'll
on
be
my
hilarious.
list. I'll have a look.
Okay.
Traitor.
Oh, Faithful. all
But
the
there's a
way.
reason why I put her as a traitor on my list because of someone else.
Okay,
on my list.
We'll talk about that in a moment then. Tom Daly, the Olympic diver
that's
from the
a typical
UK.
booking. Yeah, he'll be on there.
He's apparently again in final talks, so I
That's
think
fine.
that's a guarantee.
He's quite good. Yeah.
He'll be a Faithful, and he'll be like the
His hotel shots. We'll know what they're going to be in the shower,
in his
the
trunks,
bath.
yeah, knitting.
Yeah, knitting naked.
Yeah. He will definitely be a Faithful, and he'll be like every series they have it. It's just a very clean young lad, Faithful.
He'll be there to the end.
Who will then
yeah.
then who will turn traitor and then completely destroy himself at the end. Danny Dyer. That wouldn't surprise me either. 100% he's going to end up on the show.
He'd be a Faithful though for me because
Faithful.
Yeah.
He'll be another stereotype on the traitors. He'll be the Faithful that everyone listens to, and he'll get one right, and everyone will think he's the god. And so then his word will be basically everyone will hang on his word each time. That would be Danny Dyer.
Is I don't know if we've forgotten who we're meant to be telling our listeners who these people are.
He's from EastEnders.
He's from
He's an
EastEnders
actor.
and that new Disney show.
Rivals. Yes, he's good in that actually.
Jennifer Saunders is a comedy duo.
They know who French and Saunders is. Anyone who doesn't know
Tom
French and
Daly's
Saunders.
an Olympic diver.
Yeah, Claire Boulding is a sports presenter in the
presents
UK.
Everything.
She also presents Crufts in the UK. Richard Osmond is
Pointless.
a game show host. Yeah, game show host.
Right, author now.
And podcaster.
Thursday Murder Club.
Thursday Murder Club. There you go. Who else would we? And Courtney Cox is an actress from a little-known TV series called Friends.
Chums. Oh,
I know Friends. Yeah.
that's what it was going to be. No, Friends Like These.
Friends Like These. It was also Matt Perry apparently pitched Maxwell's House as a name for the show. Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's a coffee brand.
Oh, that's stupid.
Okay. Anyway,
No, Matthew Perry, no.
here's a good one. So you remember a few years ago there was that Wagatha Christie mystery, and there was a lot of investigating. Well, how about throwing one of them into the...
Well, as long as it's one of them and not the other one, because one of them I really don't like.
Well, Rebecca Hardy and Colleen Nolan are rumoured. I think Colleen Nolan will be better because she's the one who did the investigation. She was the one, basically...
She was good on Celebrity
Google, and also Google Wagatha Christie, anyone who doesn't know who they are. And basically it was this huge, great big scandal where she outed someone for selling stories
one of her
about
friends
her.
in a circle of friends.
In the press, yes. And so because of her detective knowledge, they think
and she
Colleen
did Celebrity
Nolan...
Get Me Out of It last year.
Yes.
And she was a detective on that. She like worked out all the things, didn't she?
She did, because there was a secret camp and she worked out that there was a secret camp.
Yeah,
so
she'd be
she
good, but
did.
I hate Rebecca Varney.
Well, I hate her too.
I'm happily openly say that. She's just horrible. I remember she was on Celebrity Get Me Out of It. She was horrible. Ugh.
Oh, I remember, yes. And she kept going...
She was just horrible.
Yeah.
She's just, everything
Bad
about
person.
her is just really horrible and nasty and yuck and fake.
Forgetting Rebecca
Vardy.
Vardy. How about Colleen Nolan and Faithful?
Yeah,
yeah,
obviously. Faithful.
100% Faithful. Adam Wood, yeah. Ian Beale from EastEnders. He's got
Well, he's
nothing
back
left.
on EastEnders now, though, so
Yeah, but you know they'd give him a break if they wanted him on there.
maybe. With Danny Dyer, though?
Well, I
They
have
both.
on his Instagram.
Right.
Adam Wood had written. If they ever do a celebrity version, I would walk to Scotland to be part of it. So he's interested. He's keen. Again, low booking. He's already on a contract with the BBC, so they won't have to pay him any extra.
Doesn't need too much time off EastEnders. Adam Woodruff's just an actor on EastEnders, everyone. He's been on it since he was like 14.
Yes, he's
And
done
he's
it
now
since
like
the-
45 or 50 or however old he is.
If you don't know who he is, then you're a fool. A fool.
He's a national treasure.
Traitor, Faithful.
Faithful. I think he'd just be one who would just randomly get murdered.
That's
like
true.
episode
Yeah,
2 or 3
yeah.
or something, he would just get murdered.
He wouldn't be banished, he'd be murdered. Yeah, you're right there. Gary Lineker. Gary Lineker is a football pundit in the UK. He hosts a show called Match of the Day where they do roundups of the football matches at the end of each week.
He's just left that, though.
He's just left it, which is why he's rumoured, because they're saying that he's got a lot of free time on his hands.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, he's a nice guy and he does loads of stuff for the right side of government, but I don't really care.
He
about him.
stands
He's a
up for
footballer.
people on Twitter and the LGBT, because he had
He gives lots of people podcasts as well. So
if you want to give us a podcast,
if you want to pick us up and just put us under your umbrella of podcasts,
come on,
go for
Gary,
it.
we can do one for you. We'll help you out. I don't think he's likely, to be honest with you, but if he was on it, I think he'd be a Faithful.
Is that it? Is that all of them?
There's one more, but I know that you've kind of... I know you've told me already that this is one of your predictions. So
Who?
what we could do is we could finish with this one and then we can move to your predictions.
Okay.
Because from this point now, we're going to go from one prediction each, because Ben and I have our own predictions of who we would like to see on the show.
Half of mine have been talked about already.
Well, you need to say... Well, then do the ones that haven't been talked about yet.
I will.
So we'll talk about... We'll say the ones we want, and then we'll say the reasons why we want them. And don't forget, you can get in touch with us as well and let us know who you think. We will, at the end of the show... not the end of the show, obviously that would be the end of the show, but after you've done that, we'll then talk about what other people had written into us and said who they wanted
Just
as...
a few comments.
Yes, because a while back I also put it on Instagram stories as well, that I wanted people to get in touch with us. You right there? Bit of concern.
Got a message from Peugeot.
Oh,
My parts aren't... I don't know what it says. Sorry, what my
Peugeot,
parts.
everyone. Buy a Peugeot. If you want to sponsor, Peugeot.
Yeah.
Come on,
Great.
Peugeot.
Right, so we might so go then.
So
What's
the first
one?
rumour and the first one that you wanted is Liz Truss. Liz Truss.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I put her on my list.
Liz Truss was quoted by the executive producer Stephen Lambert, of the show.
Studio Lambert, yeah.
Yep, Stephen Lambert is the executive producer.
Oh, is that why it's called Studio Lambert?
I would imagine so. Had said she'll be great, as it's important on the show to tell the truth and to lie, which we know Liz Truss is very
The
good
only
at
reason
doing.
I put Liz Truss on there is because I thought it would be funny and she would be first murder. And I thought that would just be funny.
Oh no, I'd like
Episode 1, first murder, or doesn't even get into the castle.
So you're saying she'd be faithful?
Yeah.
They wouldn't make her a traitor. She's just an awful person. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't like her at all.
No.
And I want her... That's why I want her the first murder. And, okay, well, I'll do my second one because it links to it. Because you've already said it, James O'Brien.
Yeah.
I was going to put him as a traitor and he would murder Liz Truss the first night.
I think he would as well.
Yeah, I think he'd find that
definitely would.
funny. So
I love James O'Brien. I really do. And I think he'd be really, really good as a traitor. I agree with you on the traitors because he could talk himself out of anything. He's very good with his words.
He'd be good round the round. Like,
Yeah.
he'd have good round table bits where he'd plead his case.
He's good at taking a conversation and being the one who's controlling the conversation, and so
he's very good at picking up word. He could be a good faithful as well, actually, because he's good at picking up what people say and using it back at them.
I'd rather see him.
I'd rather see him as a traitor as well. I think it would be better TV. James O'Brien is a radio presenter
on LBC in the UK.
Yes,
and he's very well.
I thought he was
well-liked in
already
the UK.
filming it because he, like a few weeks ago, he was on jury duty, and he says, "I'll be off for up to 2 weeks, but I may be back before 2 weeks." And a lot of people were like, well, that's suspicious. So you might be murdered or leave the show and then come back. But apparently it was jury duty because they hadn't filmed it yet.
Yes, it's still not been filmed.
No, they're filming it soon. That's why we're doing this.
That's why we're doing this now, because not too late, BBC. Just add a few more on top of that. Right, do you want to know my first one is? I think you like this one.
Okay.
It's Richard Madeley.
Oh, what, from Richard and Judy?
From Richard and Judy. So Richard Madeley is a presenter. He does the morning news now. He's on GB News. He's not on GB News. He's on Good Morning Britain.
Good Morning Britain.
Which is the morning ITV show. But he's quite well known for sticking his foot in his mouth a few times and saying the wrong thing.
The Alan Partridge-y.
He's basically known as being like the UK Alan Partridge, the real life Alan Partridge. And I just think he's had form. He's done a reality show before. He did I'm a Celebrity.
And he'd be a faithful, and he'd think he was like really smart all the time.
Yes.
But he would be completely wrong.
Which is
probably very biased in who he picks.
He'd be another one who I'd like to see start as a faithful and then become a traitor at the end.
And then get killed for it.
And then get and then completely get banished for it. He'll be the one that they throw under the bus. But I would love to see Richard Madeley. I'd just love to see him like say the wrong thing at the wrong time.
He'd be good TV.
He'd be good TV. He'd be a bit of a disruptor. And I'd enjoy watching him.
Again, I'm not a huge fan of him, but he would be good on the Traitors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind Richard Madeley personally, because
he says very inappropriate
he's a
things.
prat. Yeah. But then don't we all have our moments. It's just that some are more seen than others. So
okay. So I had Alan Carr on my list, which you already know. So
Yes.
cross that off. Jennifer Saunders I had on my list.
I can see.
But I had her with Dawn French. And I was going to make Jennifer the traitor, Dawn the faithful.
See, if I was going to do that, I'd have it the other way around.
No, Dawn wouldn't be able to do it. But
Yes,
I think
she
Jennifer would be able to lie better.
No, I think Dawn would relish
think?
it. I do.
Okay.
And I think Jennifer would see right through her. But to be fair,
That's why I think it's really funny. That's why I wanted both of them. And one of them at least to be a traitor because they're lifelong friends. It'd be funny. And that's the Kerry and Curtin replacement. Kerry and what's his name?
Hang on.
I always remember
Charlie
her
and
name.
Daisy May Cooper.
Charlie. Yeah, that's the replacement for them.
Yeah.
The family link friendship bond.
I'm on board with it 100%.
I think they could get them because they're both quite BBC, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they used to work for the BBC. They had like hundreds of comedy shows on the BBC, and they're still quite loved by the BBC. I mean, yeah. If it was for comic relief, if they said it was the Traitors for comic relief, I think 100%
Well, they did.
They
They
would have
sketch,
ended up.
didn't they?
But that was a sketch.
Yeah.
If it was like a reality show for comic relief, because they do reality shows for comic relief, don't they, to raise money? Not so much nowadays, but they used to. Then I think, yeah, they would be shoo-ins. So I'm just looking at your list. Right, my next one.
I've made a whole picture document of my list.
I can see. Well, you're going to have to find pictures for my ones now. My next one would be Gemma Collins.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I think that she's quite brash, quite loud. I think she would take everything personally, which would be funny because whenever you see someone take things personally, they normally just fall apart at the round table and then they normally get banished. I don't imagine she'd last for long. I imagine she would stay. She would think she would stay till the end because because she won't understand. She'll understand some of the game. She'll be a bit like, who's the guy from the Canadian Traitors who didn't understand the game? The wrestler. Michael. She'll know the main outline in the game, but she wouldn't understand. Yeah, but she wouldn't understand, and she'll think that she should stay in the game for longer because she's more famous than the people she's around. And so in her mind, when she gets banished, she'll be confused by that and not really understand why she's been banished or murdered for that matter. But yes, I'd love to see Gemma Collins. Yes, faithful. Yeah. Gemma Collins is
But get blamed as being a traitor and then she'll kick off.
100%. Oh, 100%. Well, she'll just do anything. Yeah, she'll say the wrong thing at the wrong time and she'll look traitorous. She's a guilty pleasure, Gemma Collins. I get that Gemma Collins is a bit of a insult.
Will the BBC book her though?
Well, she did sue the BBC.
She forced them to book her on, what was it, MasterChef?
Celebrity Master. No, she wanted to do Strictly Come Dancing.
And they were like, no.
And they said no. Oh God! Long story short, anyone who doesn't know this, Gemma Collins is a reality TV star from The Only Way Is Essex. She did a award ceremony for the BBC. She fell down a trapdoor. Look it up; it's hilarious. She then sued the BBC, and as part of the settlement, she said she wanted to be on Strictly Come Dancing. The BBC said, "No way, you're going to go on Strictly Come Dancing." So they settled with Celebrity MasterChef. All of that is true.
Yeah, she's like a UK Hun, basically.
Yes.
She's on part of the Hun culture. If you know what Hun culture is, if you don't, I'm not explaining it to you.
Yes.
But yeah. So right, I need to do a man now. Trevor McDonald.
Oh yeah, but I don't think he will. Why Trevor McDonald? Because he's quite trusted.
He's a trusted newsman.
I think he's a bit too old for this.
Yeah, well, who cares? Trevor McDonald was my pick for like the trusted news. We don't have many trusted news people anymore to pick from.
He used to host the news at 10. He was very well respected in the UK
And he
as
does
a news reader.
documentaries now.
Not so much anymore. This is what I mean. He's kind of... the last time I saw him on TV was for a Vision Express advert.
Well, exactly. He can do the traitors. He'd be a faithful. And he'd be very good at analysing everyone around the table. Very calm.
I see him as a traitor.
Oh, really?
Yes. Because he'd be trusted. And because of that trust, people won't believe that he could be a traitor.
Yeah, he would be a good traitor, actually.
That's what I'd go with.
Okay.
100%. Well, that's fair, but I don't think he would do it in the reality of the world, I'm afraid.
We'll see.
Do you know someone who I also don't think will do it, but it would be quite funny if I don't know why, I just would love to see them do it.
Who?
Noel Edmonds, as I mentioned earlier.
He might do.
I don't think he would because he got burnt when he did I'm a Celebrity and he got voted out in the first...
It's not a public vote, though.
It's not, but again, I think if something like that should happen to him again, he's a bit like Gemma Collins. He overestimates his worth in the world.
Plus, he lives in New Zealand now, doesn't he?
He's set up house in New Zealand, so it would take a bit of persuasion for him to come over.
Maybe he'll present the New Zealand series.
No, because there's already presented the New Zealand series.
Maybe that's been cancelled. So.
Exactly. I don't think they will make it with no Edmonds.
No. Okay. But I can see him doing it. Faithful, yeah.
Yes, I think so. I think he'd be faithful.
He'd want to be a traitor, though, and he'd probably be quite traitorously faithful. Yeah, I can see it.
Yours?
Right, I need to do another one. Jane McDonald.
I saw Jane McDonald. That's the one that's been jumping out at me. I would
That's a good
adore
one.
Jane McDonald to do it, but I think she'll be too busy.
She ain't that busy anymore, is she?
She says she always gets approached to do Strictly, and she would do it if she wasn't too busy.
Yeah, but Strictly is like months and months. Traitors is
That's
like
true. It's
2
only a couple
weeks.
of weeks. That's true. That's true.
So Jane McDonald is who is Jane McDonald?
Jane McDonald is a singer who became famous after being on a reality show in the UK where she sang on a cruise ship. She then had an album which went very well for her, and then she started hosting a show on 5 where she went on holidays
Travel
on cruise
documentary
ships.
series.
Thank you. That's a much better description. But the thing that highlighted it most for most people was at the end of every episode she would make a music video.
Yes,
And sing
really
a song.
it's like a 50p budget basically.
It's how dare you? What she does with that 50p is remarkable. She always hires 2 male models who are normally topless. She always does a little
So
dance.
it's a soft focus lens.
Yeah. Again, Google Jane
She's
McDonald.
very camp singer,
music
campy
video.
woman.
She is.
She was on Loose Women as well, wasn't she? That's what she was.
She left
yeah.
Loose Women though.
Yeah, I know. To better things. She won. Was it a BAFTA? She won. Or sorry,
She won a BAFTA.
for cruising
She won
with Jane
a BAFTA
McDonald.
for her show Cruising with Jane McDonald, which is her travel show. And 100%
And
for
ever
her
since
50p
then,
music videos.
she's been busy.
She's always touring. And you can always see on TikTok her doing her very lazy dances.
Yeah, I just realised someone who I should have put on my list. Who's Scottish?
Go for it.
I can't remember her name. The short one, Sue, who took over her show.
Sue Coleman.
She'd probably do it.
Susan Coleman. Yeah,
'Cause
she
she's
probably
Scottish.
would.
I haven't got a
'Cause
Scottish.
she's Scottish.
Well, I haven't got a Scottish person on here. And I
Well, she's
thought
Scottish, so she should.
they'll definitely book a Scottish person, wouldn't they?
You know who else? Oh, I'll tell you who might do it. If you
Lorraine.
could.
Lorraine
She's
Kelly.
Scottish. Yeah. The cast of River City. Because they've all lost their jobs, haven't they?
Yes, River City's been cancelled.
River City's been
After
cancelled.
20 years.
It's just reminded me talking about Jane McDonald refusing to do Strictly Come Dancing. Jennifer Saunders said that she would refuse to do Strictly. She said she would do Strictly Come Dancing if they got rid of the stupid bits where you had to do the bits.
So did Alan
the
Carr.
PT. Oh, he said the same thing. Because they don't like.
I wouldn't do Strictly. If
I would
was asked.
100% do Strictly. It looks so much fun.
That's too much time.
But I
and
think
effort.
I'd want to make it to Halloween week. If I didn't get to that point, I'd cry.
Okay.
Right, who's my next one? Oh, Naomi Campbell.
Oh yeah,
I would
she'd be good.
love to see Naomi Campbell,
From the
because
face.
if Tyra is true by what she says, Naomi Campbell's got a bit of a reputation that she can be a bit of a bitch.
I don't know if Naomi Campbell could be bothered to play it though.
Oh no, she wouldn't.
She would just sit there,
Yeah.
and she probably wouldn't play the missions very well.
No.
She wouldn't do any of the gameplay or round table. She'd like pick someone and say you're the with no evidence
No.
or reason, and that would be her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she'd also be banished or murdered very quickly.
No, I think she'll go under the radar. I think she'll
No, people be
no one
annoyed
would give
with
a
her. She'll be
damn.
ones like, we're voting you because we don't like you, not because you're a traitor.
But 100% she'd be funny. Like, what was that reality show when she was like a model mentor?
The face.
The Face, and she just shouted at them the whole time.
Yeah, she was good on that.
Yeah, so she
Okay.
by extension,
I've
she'd
got
be
a
good at
hot
this.
booking.
Do
Because
it.
there has to be one every series. Not Tom Daly. Gethin Jones is who my
I wondered.
BBC darling.
The funny thing is that I was going to put Gethin Jones too, because it was an obvious one, because he does so much for the BBC.
Blue Peter presenter, everyone.
He's like the Matt Baker. He's like the new Matt Baker. Like for a short time, Matt Baker, also a Blue Peter presenter, was Blue Peter is a children's show in the UK, and a lot of presenters who start on Blue, not so much anymore because children's BBC
No, it's dead now.
is dead. But like at the time, like in the late 90s, early 2000s, if you were on Blue Peter, it was your foot up to work for the BBC.
Well, he's still doing that thing on BBC now, isn't he? Whatever it's called.
Morning Live.
Yeah, so he's
Do,
a
do,
cheap
do.
booking, I feel.
Arguably the best theme tune ever created for television, Morning Live.
Maybe.
Cheap booking, yep, he's on a BBC contract. When you said a hot booking, I thought you meant them. But we'll get to that in a minute. Talking about hot booking, actually.
Right.
And when I say hot, I mean, whew, steamy. Matt Hancock.
Oh, for God's sake.
If we're going to have Liz
No.
Truss, why not Matt Hancock?
Because he's already done so well. We don't have too much.
He's done a few things. He did SAS, that show on Channel 4.
And he's really crap as well.
Yeah.
Like, at least Liz Truss would be fucking insane for like 10 minutes. He's really boring.
Matt
when he does
Hancock
it.
tried
He's just
to
an
cry
arsehole.
on television when he got the vaccine rolled out in the UK. He literally pushed out that tear with all his might.
Matt Hancock is a ex-MP.
Yes, he's an ex-Tory MP who basically stole lots and lots of money from us by handing out contracts to people during COVID, and then got caught out having an affair by a CCTV camera.
Okay, well, that'd be good. If James O'Brien's on it, that'd be another one that would be good, where he could just murder Matt Hancock straight away.
I mean, in real
Same
life.
as Jacob Rees-Mogg.
Jacob Rees-Mogg, why did we forget that one?
Well,
He'd be
bit
a
obvious.
prick, wouldn't he? He would be awful.
He might be on Traitors US because he had that show on Peacock, didn't he?
No, it wasn't. It was Discovery.
Oh, was it? Is that not the same thing?
No, sadly
well,
not.
Right, who am I doing now? A female. AJ Adudu, I've got on my list.
Yeah, but she's doing Big Brother.
Yeah, it's not filmed live. She can be
Big
on
Brother
TV
is.
at the same time. Yeah, Big Brother is.
Yeah, but she couldn't fly down while they were
Oh, yeah,
recording
they're filming
it.
at the same time, aren't they? Oh,
Sadly not.
okay.
Although that's a good link. Keep follow us on our socials, or don't forget to subscribe, because we will be following Celebrity Big Brother UK this year.
We'll be selling.
We will.
Following, we'll be following Will Best and
Yes.
his vests.
We will vest and his best. We'll vest and his best. But yes, I get it. I get why you chose her. She's quite loud.
She just does it.
She's
doesn't she?
fun. She's fun to watch. She's a lovely presenter. She's not good at presenting, but she's a lovely presenter. No, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. AJ Adudu. Right, my next one is Mo Farah. Mo Farah.
Who did, he's an Olympian.
He's an Olympian. He's a marathon runner, I want to say, or 5,000
Long
meter
distance,
long
is he?
distance runner.
I don't know really, but yeah.
Won a gold medal.
He does lots of things like this. I can see him doing it.
Absolutely.
Again, he'll be faithful.
100%.
He won't be very good.
Nope.
And won't really understand the game.
Absolutely.
But he's like lovable and people just kind of keep him in. And
Yeah.
he'll probably end up on the winning faithfuls just because he's there.
Who,
He'll be a Merrill.
literally about to say, he'll be a Merrill. He'll win, but he won't know how. He'll just look confused the whole time. But yeah, I love Mo Farah, and I'd love to see him do this.
Okay, Martin
Actually.
Lewis I've got. That's one of my men.
Really? I think he'd be a bit boring.
I can see him being a booking though. Didn't he do tasks? Did he do something recently?
He did do
Was it
Tusk. He did
Taskmaster?
the one-off
The New
episode
Year
of New
one,
Year, yeah.
yeah.
He wasn't that much fun on that, though.
No, but I can just see that as a booking.
Okay.
He's one of the make up the numbers, be murdered
Yeah.
midway through.
I think he'd be too busy. And I wouldn't be too upset.
I don't care if everyone's busy. This is my made up list.
Okay, fine. But I personally wouldn't. This is the first time I've disagreed with you.
Okay.
This isn't one I want to see. I don't. No disrespect to Martin Lewis. He's a fine guy, and he gives lots of money advice to everyone. But I
Do you
wouldn't.
think people would listen to him though around the round table? I think he's full of knowledge
that's
and wise.
true. He'll be
and-
influencer, won't he? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Who's the woman who Martin Lewis does the Money Show with? She used to be a children's presenter.
She used to be on The Apprentice, didn't she?
No.
Was that
Oh no,
another one?
that's
Oh,
the
you're
new
talking
one.
about Angelica
Bell. She'd be good.
Isn't she? I think
She's meant to be a bit of a bitch behind the scenes as
she's
well.
either rumoured for this or Celebrity Big Brother. One of the two.
Oh, is she?
I think so.
Oh, she can't do both then, can she? But she's
Can.
meant to be a bit tricky behind the scenes as well. I'm just saying.
Her with Tess. Come on then.
We
Let's
have
go.
her and Tess Daly.
Got any
Right,
more?
I have got many. Right, now, here we go. I'm getting into territory now of... They know the game of the traitors. They know how it would be played. I'm going to wheel them both off together. But because of circumstances, they're no longer involved with the traitors. I would like to see Roger Corser and Paul Henry both as contestants on the traitors.
Okay.
Roger Corser would be a faithful.
Who's he?
Roger Corser is the Australian host of the traitors. And Paul Henry,
You want Paul Henry?
the New Zealand host of the traitors, I would like to see him as a traitor.
The very camp and gay Paul Henry.
He's camp, he's gay. He'll come along with his dog.
He loves gays.
His dog, that's debatable. He'll come along with his dog, and we know he's a fan of the slightly right side of politics, so he'll be a bit controversial maybe sometimes with his opinions. He obviously couldn't do that when he was hosting. Roger Corser, shirt off, that's fine. We get some nice cut scenes from Roger Corser. He'll be good at the tasks, Roger Corser.
Yeah, he would be. He'd be able to lift those statues.
Yeah, he'd be good.
See, I was going to put on my list Alan Cumming. But I thought he's a presenter, but he's Scottish.
He's still
Do you know
a
what I
current.
mean?
Yes,
that'd
but
be
he's
quite
still
funny.
current.
Yeah, but he could, and it's filmed in the same place. So I thought that'd be a bit. Would it be a bit too meta?
Funny you should say that. No, it's not at all. If you get all three of them, it would be incredibly meta. But I was thinking Alan Cumming as well. But I was thinking in the sense that if he was to do it, then Claudia Winkleman should do the American version. But I don't think she ever would.
No, American version's not the same thing.
Are you lowering it? You saying? So Alan Cumming's good enough for the UK version,
Yes.
but Claudia Winkleman's not good enough for the...
she's too good.
She's
for the,
too good,
yeah.
sorry, for the American version.
Yes.
Goodness me.
Miriam
Sorry.
Margolyes would be good if she was about 5 years younger.
She'd be good for the American version. 100%.
Do you think?
Yes. Because she'd wind them all up.
That's true.
The Americans would be really upset with her. In the UK, we'd laugh at her. We'd be like, "Oh, Miriam, you're brilliant. How funny are you?" In America, it wouldn't translate, and she'd crack up. I'd say.
Okay, I've got another Blue Peter presenter.
Do it.
Connie Huck. And she is a traitor, everyone.
Ooh. She wouldn't last 5
I
seconds.
know,
as
but
a
I think
traitor.
it would be really funny. That would be like the best TV, her as a traitor. She'd
Yeah.
be very panicked. And yeah, that would work.
She's quite busy at the moment because she's doing.
Is she? You'll
Black-
say everyone's busy.
Black Mirror.
She's not doing Black Mirror.
Yes, she does. She helps write it.
What's already done?
Yes, so she's got to promote it with her husband,
She won't- don't
Charlie
need-
Brooker.
You don't need Connie Huck. to
Charlie
promote
Brooker
it.
would be amazing on here.
About 10 years ago, he could have been, couldn't he?
Yeah, before he became Netflix money, he would have been really good actually on this because he used to talk about how reality shows were edited as well. Oh man, that's disappointing. I'd love to see Charlie Brooker on this
Well,
show.
you've got
actually.
Connie Huck instead. Maybe they'll both do it. They'll
Sloppy
be
seconds.
the husband and wife.
That's true. Well, keep it a secret. Right, I've only got 2 more left, and you've got 4, but I'm going to shoehorn one more in just for favour, just because I'm going to do it. But anyway, Chi with a C, also known as Lucia Keskin. She's a YouTube celebrity, quite famously known for doing an edit where she played Roxy and Ronnie from EastEnders jumping into the swimming pool.
Yeah, she did loads of them during lockdown. didn't she? Yeah,
yes.
with like purposely bad green screen, basically. Yeah.
It's done on purpose to look bad, and that's the joke, and act bad as well.
And she's now in loads of comedies.
She's in this new BBC comedy.
She's broken through.
Which she is hilariously funny in, and she's a great comedian, and I'd love to see her on there because she's in Big Boys as well. She plays the counsellor. She's good at. I don't know if it's a persona or if it's just heightened the way she does it when she acts it, but she seems to be a bit like floating, a little bit like wandering, and her mind goes elsewhere. And I would like to see her. Like she would be quite funny to watch while like round tables are happening, and she'll just be sat there kind of just looking around,
Taking
kind of
it all in.
Yeah, but she's probably incredibly smart. In fact, I'm not going to say she's probably is. She is incredibly smart. I'm sure of it. She writes some great comedy, but I feel like that the character she plays in her comedy is a heightened version of her. So she is a little bit like that herself, and that I would like to see translated on the reality TV series, The Traitors UK Celebrity Special.
Okay, so for competing for our drag queen, because there's always a drag queen every series.
Yeah.
On the when there's celebrities mixed in, I've got Bag of Chips from the Drag Race UK.
Much better.
Yeah. I thought, I mean, there's loads of ones you could pick from, but I thought Bagger's quite a safe pair of hands on a professional level for this.
Yeah, I'd like
and
to
I think
see
she'd
her.
be quite funny. And I've put her as a traitor. So my traitors are Connie Huck, Jennifer Saunders,
You've got
James
too many
O'Brien.
traitors.
No, 4. James O'Brien and Bagger.
Okay.
So there you go.
So that's a lot of... that's 4 is too many. You can only have 3.
Well,
can't
one
you?
can go and then one can get recruited
That's true.
during the show.
No, Bag of Chips, I'm with you on that one. I don't know if... I don't know. I feel like they might find it a bit difficult, the show.
That's fine.
Well, you want to see a breakdown happen in
They
front
won't
of your
get a
eyes.
break. What, Bag of Chips? I don't think so.
Name a couple more of yours, because I've... Well, okay, I'll tell you what. I'll do
Alan Sugar
Alan Sugar. You do that one, and then I'll name one
from
of
The
mine.
Apprentice.
He would never do it, not in a
I
million
know he
years.
wouldn't, but I just thought he could be there with Trevor McDonald.
What, together? They can be like the senior... Alan Sugar would
The
probably...
old boys.
Alan Sugar, I'd imagine, would be the one that would be like edited out of the whole series. Like he'd be there, a bit like Paul in Australia Series 1. He'd be edited out the series because he just doesn't participate enough, or he just says like nothing of interest. So he'd be there, but you'll never see him. And everyone will be like saying on social media, "Where's Alan Sugar? Where's Alan Sugar?" And the whole time he'll
Shuffled
just
off somewhere.
be shuffled off somewhere. But he lives in America, sadly, so I don't think he would.
So, he films The Apprentice.
Does he feel The Apprentice?
Well,
because
yeah.
I would say I've seen him on 2 occasions actually being there in person this series. Is it stronger or better for it? Maybe. But like at the same time, I don't think he'll bother with that. Just as a nod to our favourite ever person who's ever been on any series of The Traitors.
Mm-hmm.
And they are a celebrity in our eyes.
Is it
And
Zac Efron's brother?
No, sadly
No,
not.
okay.
And also, they deserve, and as they said themselves, they deserve a second chance. And I feel like the UK is the platform for a second chance.
Right.
And that is our good friend, Kate, yes, to drop notes. But also, if Kate can't make it, Chris James from Naked and Afraid. Has
Will he?
to.
Okay.
Will he do it? Yes, of course he bloody do it. Will he do it? Well, I don't know.
I was going to say, will he be in his Naked and Afraid attire?
Of course. He'll turn up in just a thin
Dirt.
piece of cloth around it. Yeah, he'll roll down a hill from the Scotland Highlands. He'll like have marks on his cheeks with like 2 lines.
I can't see it happening.
It won't happen
But
because
you never
unfortunately for Chris, the BBC probably don't know him well enough.
No, he has to wait for All Stars.
I want him to be a traitor as well because he'll then stay in longer.
More than one of
More than one of. He won't get murdered in episode 1. And also, because I'd just like to see him be a traitor.
Okay, that's very niche, but it's all good.
It's niche, but any fans of
but
the
if you listen
podcast,
to this podcast, you're niche.
fans of the podcast will know. If you know, you know.
Okay, so I've got 2 more women. I'm just going to get through them now. 2 more women. I've got Charity Shop Sue
Yes, 100%.
as Charity Shop Sue.
I think that's unfair on the woman who
care.
plays Charity Shop Sue.
I
But
don't
yes,
know
okay,
her name,
fine.
so that's her name.
Fine.
And I have Stacey Dooley, who is... What is she? She's a documentary maker.
Yes.
I
That's
think
it.
she.
That's
I
what
think
you
she
say.
just fits the traitor
The mold.
celebrities.
I agree. She does fit
So
the mold.
she'd be good.
She
Faithful.
has. What about Charity Shop Sue?
Faithful.
Really? Traitor?
No.
Come on, my darling.
Her and Bag of Chips. Maybe Bagger will recruit her.
Her and Bag of
towards the
Chips would be
end
brilliant together, actually.
Yeah,
Imagine if they
see.
were the final 2 traitors. Charity Shop Sue and Bag of Chips.
with Liz Truss.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I could see Bagger and Charity Shop Sue liking Liz Truss, actually.
Well, yeah, maybe Bagger. Have you got any more?
What do you mean, maybe Bagger?
Wasn't
What
she
was-
meant to be a bit Tory, wasn't she? I don't know.
Oh, okay. Let's say no more.
Blame
I have one
Twitter.
more, and
Okay.
you said yours were niche. This is incredibly niche,
All right,
and I
yes,
feel
this
like
is very niche.
I feel like not many people. I had to tell Ben this one just to make sure he thought.
Even Chris wasn't. You thought Chris was niche?
But this is super niche. But this is basically on TikTok.
Yes.
I have an obsession. That obsession is someone called Chloe, where she, with her mum and dad, who are adorable by the way, goes out on nights out, films herself on nights out, loves everything. The world is just pink and full of rose tinted glasses to her. She likes making music videos where she falls on her
Everything's
knees.
happy.
Everything's
Yes.
happy. She likes planting plants.
Also, her name as well is Chloe.2426 as well.
I mean,
Like,
what
she
more
doesn't
do you
even
say?
have a username.
When she comes on the show, that should be the caption at the bottom of the screen. Chloe.2426. Like she's kind of Android.
Okay, so if you
she
don't
likes
know,
planting plants. I just want to say she loves vodka.
she does.
There's nothing more to say.
I don't know if she'll be booked.
I mean, again, she's
She might be on Celebrity Big Brother. Fit the mold a bit more.
Chloe.2426.
But if you have been on TikTok and you have heard this,
So amazing. It looks so pretty. I love it.
that's basically Chloe's 99% of what she does. Says
Plants.
Yeah. So
Come help me plant plants. I don't want to put on her voice, but she's just, and she talks about her clothes. The top's from Shein,
okay.
trousers are from Shein. My trainers are from Shein.
this is the BBC.
You know, I love vodka, me.
It's not BBC Three.
So yes, I'm a little bit obsessed with Chloe from
Okay.
TikTok.
Well, okay.
So
Well,
I'd like to
we'll
see her as a faithful.
Well, yes. I don't think
She has the capacity.
Traitor will not be going well.
If we got as far as Chloe 2426, the jokes aside, we said about there being family dynamics. Have her mum on. Why not?
Not Chip Shop Diva from TikTok. Well,
I mean, Chip Shop Diva as well. I'd have her on
she'd
too.
be a traitor. Wouldn't
They should
she?
do a TikTok celebrity special.
Maybe. My last one is Greg
Okay.
Davies.
Greg Davies would be fun.
Who is the presenter of Taskmaster. He's
Yes.
a comedian and an actor.
Him with Alex Horn would be good together.
Oh, yeah. It's the
They could do it
family,
together.
yeah. Mhm.
They could do it together. I'd like to see Craig David as well.
He'd be on there.
I'd like to see him do it, actually. He'd be fun. Again, I don't think he'd take it very seriously.
No, he'd be good.
But that'd be
Faithful
fun.
as well. Right, so we got some comments as well from people. I don't know if you've got them ready. I've got one. Someone
You get
on
going.
I'll just reel off. Someone has mentioned, because we said we're doing Celebrity Big Brother UK, which is, I think, the first week of April it starts, everyone.
Just
We didn't
follow us.
know-
Follow us and subscribe and you'll never miss it.
Yeah. And someone said, because we didn't know what we were going to do. So they've said, I'm excited for Celebrity BB UK coverage. I reckon you should start off by doing a daily podcast. And if it ends up being totally shit, just do it once a week.
Okay.
Which sounds like a good idea. And for Celebrity Traitors, I want to see Phil Mitchell, which is Steve McFadden. in
Yes.
it, and Louis Walsh.
Oh, Louis Walsh would be good. Actually,
He's
that's a
more
fair
I
pun.
mean, he did Celebrity Big Brother last year, but I think I feel he's gone a bit more insane over this year,
Well, they
because
just
we've
had that
seen him on those documentaries.
documentary about Westlife and like
Boyzone.
everyone's sorry, Boyzone, well, and Westlife, if you think about it, and everyone's really sympathetic about like Stephen Gately's death and the way the press handled it, and like how the members of the band were like quite badly paid and quite badly treated, and
He's just there
Louis
laughing,
Walsh was just laughing about it.
Brilliant front page.
Yeah,
This is,
oh, what a great front page. Oh, what a wonderful front page. The Sun have said, oh, Stephen Gately dead. Oh, what a laugh. It's like, all right, Louis, calm down, my friend.
But he would be quite weirdly good on the Traitors, I feel. I feel he'd ruffle everyone up and annoy people, though. But
Well, on Instagram, I asked for people to put names out as well. I'm just going to reel them all out and then I'll do one last email. I've got Olivia saying that she'd like to see Kathy Burke.
oh, she would be good. Faithful.
Yep, yeah, that's it. Faithful traitor. Nutmeg House Bear said Michelle Visage. Yes.
Yeah, she'd do it.
She would be fun. Traitor.
She's always in the UK as well.
Traitor.
Do you think? Yeah. Okay.
With RuPaul. Imagine.
RuPaul wouldn't.
RuPaul would never do it, no. Louis Theroux said Sophie and her boys.
Oh yeah, he'd be good.
Yeah. Someone said Victoria Corin Mitchell. She's the host of Only Connect, which is a very intellectual show in the UK, but I think she's a poker player.
Oh yeah, she isn't she?
So she plays poker.
and she's married to David Mitchell.
She's married to
He
David
could
Mitchell.
do it.
They could do it as a couple. They'd be good as a couple. I'd like to see her as a faithful, but I think she'd be better as a traitor, personally. Richard Iowadi. I'd love to see Richard Iowadi, Blue Adam, thank you, on Instagram. But I don't think it would be much. I don't think he'd be as interesting as you think he would be. He's funnier as sound bites rather than
I think he'd prefer to host it as well.
the host of the show.
I think he would be more host rather than contestant.
Yeah. 3 people, may I add. That's Slad, Tom, and Oh, sorry, 2 people. Tom said it twice. Said me.
Oh, Alex from
That's
Faithful
me.
to the Traitors.
Yeah. Traitor or faithful? Go.
Faithful.
Oh.
Murdered episode
No,
1.
I would want to be a faithful, actually, to be fair. Someone said Charlie the Cat, of course.
Well, I don't know if he's up for it. Someone on our YouTube said Cliff Richard, only because I want to see him when he's banished or murdered and he'll start crying.
I mean, yeah, that's true. It'd be fun to see Cliff Richard cry. I mean, I've got no preference for Cliff Richard. I don't particularly care, but I mean, it'll be fun, I suppose. One last then, quick email before we go. This was from Liz. Thank you, Liz, for getting in touch with
Liz
us.
Truss?
Shh, I thought we were going to say their surname. We're going to keep it a secret. Shh, shh, shh. They have said, hi, Charlie. Charlie's first on the name. Just realised that.
Who's second?
Me
That's
and Ben.
wrong.
Well, it should be alphabetical. Alex, Ben and
No,
Charlie.
it shouldn't. It should be Ben, Charlie, Alex.
Hi, Alex. Hi, Alex. Hi, Charlie, Alex, and Ben. Love your podcast. I have a suspicion that Lucy Beaumont is going to be on the UK Celebrity Traitors this year.
Insider knowledge. She is comedian, married to...
Was married to.
Yeah, comedian. I don't know his name.
To another comedian.
He's on 8 out of 10 cats, but she's done Taskmaster as well.
Well, they have said that a family member of hers knows Lucy Beaumont, and she thinks that Lucy is going to be on the show. Only time will tell, but I will bet a packet of Dreamies for Charlie that I'm right. So if you're wrong, Liz, Charlie will be expecting those Dreamies. Just want to let you know right now. His ears are already pricked up. He's come out from his hole, and he knows that he's got Dreamies on the way. Okay. So keep your eyes out for Lucy
Insider knowledge
Beaumont.
there, then, that she is possibly been filming something.
Well, Liz is insinuating that they know someone who knows her, and that
knows that she's on the Traitors.
That's their link. So Liz,
I could see her doing it. So that, yeah.
Liz Truss knows many people.
Got our first exclusive, everyone.
Yes, right.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Like everything on this podcast, 1% of the stuff that comes out of our mouth is of use. And that might be it. You got it right at the very end of the podcast. But as we say, do get in touch with us. Let us know who you think might be coming to the show. And when we start recording, because we will be recording the Celebrity UK version of The Traitors each episode.
No idea when it's airing. Don't know how long it is, how many episodes it is. No idea.
But we'll read out your comments.
But we'll be here.
And we'll say who's right, who's wrong. And we'll be giving Liz our address ready to send Charlie some Dreamies. Actually, Liz hasn't said what she wants in return, if she's right.
Dreamy.
Okay, yeah, Liz, we'll buy you some Dreamies. You can munch on those. Freshen your breath, like Charlie. Charlie needs them actually really bad.
Leave him alone.
Stinky. Right, so there you go. We've managed to do under an hour, so that's quite good.
Yes.
Hooray for us.
My voice is gone and we will be back. I think next is one we're doing.
Well, we're not sure what we're doing yet.
Big Brother, Celebrity Big Brother UK, I think.
Yeah, but we don't know if we're going to do something in between that yet. We just don't know. The best way you know of what we'll be doing is by following us on social media, or following us on our Instagram. Well, that is social media of podcasts or
WhatsApp
our YouTube
group.
channel or our WhatsApp group. I keep forgetting about the WhatsApp group.
It's in the bio every week.
In the bio underneath, follow our WhatsApp group. There'll be loads of news in there coming really soon. Flooding it with news we will do. Because I love the WhatsApp group, I do. And if you want to get in touch with us, Faithful to the
Amazing. It's so pretty. I love it.
A good reason to go. faithfultothetraitors@gmail.com. If you follow us on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe and ring the bell. Comment underneath the video to let us know if you think our predictions are right, how right we could be, and who you'd like to see on the celebrity version by searching Faithful to the Traitors Podcast. You can find us on X and Instagram. On X @Traitors Podcast, on Instagram @Faithful to the Traitors. As I say, on all of those, we'll be giving you updates as well as our WhatsApp group of what's going to be happening, because there might be a few changes coming soon because we need to kind of like
Shift
a few ways. Yeah, that's right. So there might be a few changes. So just follow us on there, and you'll follow the changes with us. If you want to help us with the podcast, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/faithful, where you can give us a gold bar or silver bar monetarily. Or don't forget to tell your friends all about us. Don't forget to ring the bell and like and subscribe on your favorite podcast apps, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anything else you listen to your podcast on. Don't forget to give us a 5-star review if you like listening to the podcast.
How long is this
Comments.
list?
Well, I want everyone to do everything. Just
People
do it
have turned
all.
off now.
Do a checklist.
I'll be hitting the plus 10-second button now.
Okay, right. Then that's
Bye,
that.
bye, bye,
And
bye,
if
bye.
Peugeot wants to give us a sponsorship, please do get in touch. There you go.
And if you're still here as a true listener, right at the end, let us know what other shows you may let us like to cover.
Yes.
So, as a long time listener right into the credits. Let us know.
Right in the credits.
So there you go then.
Right in the credits.
Until next time, stay faithful.